What is happening, guys? Call of Duty Black Ops here, coming at you with another Call of Duty 2020 video. Today we're going to be talking about some new leaks, rumors, and the actual title of the game, which most people already know about, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. One thing I want to get out of the way is there is going to be Vietnam in this game, as Sledgehammer, the studio that Treyarch is working with on this year's game, was working on a Vietnam game at one time. So most likely, a lot of it could be centered around Vietnam, as well as other Cold War aspects. So just keep that in mind with the rest of the upcoming tales. Basically, a lot of people are saying that Call of Duty 2020 will be called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which kind of seems like one of the longest titles that we've gotten so far. Okami, which is a guy that on Twitter who has been leaking a lot of this stuff about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War zombies, multiplayer, stuff like that. He's been maybe he's a play tester, and we're not 100% sure. He has some sort of inside information. That's all we know currently at this time. But they will be leaking Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War stuff inside Warzone according to leaks and a dive inside of the source code of Call of Duty Warzone. In the Warzone patch notes, it says number station redacted is protocol yellow active. Redacted system redacted is inbound awaiting correct authorization. So apparently with it being translated, because it is a quote-unquote leak, I mean, number station is pretty much alluding directly to Black Ops. And it says number station Rezolka is protocol yellow activate sleeper cell system. Project Nova is inbound awaiting authorization. And it's also from Black Ops 1, so possibly alluding to those events, which the Rezolka was the ship, I think, in the final mission of Call of Duty Black Ops, or close to the final missions where the Nova 6 zombie or Nova 6 gas is also there. So maybe it's alluding to maybe events after, closely after these events in Black Ops. Maybe that's what it is. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is going to be, we're still in speculation territory as well with some of these information, so we kind of trying to allude to what we're doing here. So if you guys want to, drop in the comment section, see what is your guys' thoughts on this. Is it going to be a prequel? Is it going to be an aftermath of Call of Duty Black Ops? They've said it's going to be a prequel. Who knows with all this information, especially with it apparently Vietnam being one of the first missions in the game, with you attacked by Viet Cong forces and having to sneak your way into the mission. So that's one of the newer kind of leaks that have been coming out. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is also being on track in 2020 despite COVID-19. Activision has not shared much, but also Jason Schreier has said that Call of Duty 2020 is confirmed to be going and being just as planned as usual. A lot of leaks on Call of Duty 2020 for campaign has also been showing that there's a lot of focus on stealth because it is like a Black Ops. They want everything to be classified, and there's also a lot of talk about the brainwashing and stuff like that they did do in Call of Duty Black Ops and number station and all that stuff. So whether or not we're actually going to be playing as Alex Mason, Frank Woods, and Hudson, Frank Woods, is the voice actor, has also claimed that he is not voicing in the new Call of Duty game. So whether or not he could just be saying this to throw us off the trail, he did say that he was contacted to not talk about one of his newest live streams, him doing an actual voicing of the script of Call of Duty Black Ops. So maybe something went wrong. Maybe Activision or whatever didn't want him to talk about these types of things, to be able to actually talk about it, to push forward with the project or whatever. So who knows exactly why he couldn't do that. Maybe he is being contacted, but being kind of late in development, it doesn't really take long to put voice lines inside of a video game for the most part. So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is something that maybe he's just kind of doing this to throw us off. But people have been saying that if they are, it's going to be before the events of Black Ops, which would make their needing a newer voice actor, kind of like what Call of Duty Modern Warfare did with Price, being like kind of a new face and also a new voice and all this other stuff. So that's just one thing that could be happening with this game as well, taking a lot of aspects from the Black Ops storyline. Maybe we are playing as these characters, and also just a new voice actor. That could be the truth. It could be something different. Who knows? They did it with Modern Warfare. Why wouldn't they do it with Black Ops? We are going to see a lot of Vietnam missions because, as we knew before, Sledgehammer was working on a Vietnam game. And Treyarch was asked to step in because Sledgehammer wasn't doing a good job, or was kind of off the beaten track of whatever they were doing, and Activision, or whatever they were doing at Sledgehammer. They asked to take the reins. They basically tried to fix the campaign, added the zombies mode, or fixed some of the zombies mode, or added their own flair on it, and then of course went with the multiplayer as well. So we'll talk about some zombie leaks, get away from the campaign. We know it's going to be in the Cold War. We know it's going to be called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Zombies is going to be something interesting. So the developers definitely have learned from Black Ops 4. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people did like it. I personally am kind of on the fence. I do like some of the things, but I also hated that pretty much a lot of it was based around the new storyline, and I didn't really like it. Mythology type of gameplay, and I just wasn't a big fan of doing that. And then after they shifted from going to these crazy maps, they went to basically maps they've already done before. So they went back to like the Black Ops 3 kind of route with Zitsu no Shima, and made a new name, but kind of just re-spiced the map a little bit. Although Zitsu no Shima was actually something that was actually kind of fun. But then, of course, Call of Duty did Blood of the Dead, which was just a remake of Mob of the Dead, and then they also did Tag Totem, which is just a remake of Call of the Dead. But with some obvious changes, obviously, and some added stuff. Basically, they were just and then of course 5, but they just added some sections and then redid some things. And then they did Alpha Omega, which was basically Nuketown remade again. So I mean, that's a couple of things that we can take off with that. They're probably going to do some of this tactics with the new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, especially with zombies. They're going to be basically taking some of the maps and putting them into the game, revitalizing, making new areas, making something different. Because we also have reports that they are doing transit, but with a new take, because we knew that Call of Duty Black Ops 2, they were going to make a transit that was not destroyed and no fog and all this stuff, but the limitations for the Xbox 360 and PS3 were just not ready yet. So they had to do like the fog and stuff to try and make it smaller, to make the map a little bit more playable, frame rates and stuff like that. So will they make, transit without the clouds, or maybe do it an off-beaten path of the Ether storyline or something, where Marlton and all of them have a shot at redemption, or actually have more of a purpose than just basically fading into non-existence. Yeah, that they're going to be probably doing the same tactic with this game, or maybe I don't think they're doing they said they're not doing the Chaos story anymore, which I'm kind of thankful for, because I was not a huge fan of the Chaos story, honestly, in my personal opinion. They could be bringing it back. That's just a rumor right now that they are not bringing back the Chaos storyline. Juggernaut is making a return from all the leaks on Twitter of the playtester Okami. So that's one thing. Juggernaut is back. They're adding some new game modes, which, in my personal opinion, I did like the sink the boat challenges and stuff, but they were really hard towards the end. They had some really interesting modes, and some of them, like Black Ops 4, exactly. A lot of people didn't like it, so some of these modes, most people didn't even try out. So maybe there are going to be some revitalized modes, maybe something new like turn mode, something like that. Who knows? Or maybe even like kind of what they did in Transit for Black Ops 2, where they made it where you can just access town and pack punch guns and all these other kind of stuff. Who knows if they're going to bring back gobble gums and weapons and stuff. We're going to have another wish list for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies here in the future. So if you guys have any suggestions or on what your wish list you want for zombies, leave it in the comment section below. That'd be cool to hear you. Maybe we get a return of the jingles and stuff like that, and get away from the whole 17 perks and only choosing 4 in the map. Yeah, multiplayer seems to be something that we haven't really heard much about, except for that they're going to be adding kind of ground war type gameplay like they did in Modern Warfare with some Vietnam maps. That's what they've also said, that the Call of Duty Warzone, because Warzone is going to be basically a place where you can play the battle royale for the upcoming games for free, with some microtransactions and stuff. And of course, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is going to be using the Modern Warfare engine, so they just basically make a map, put it inside the game after months of release, and then you can just play. And it's been leaked as a Vietnam map. There's been some source files that have been starting to pop up with like jungle trees and stuff like that. So Infinity Ward is going to be taking the rap for all that placement. I highly doubt, because that's their game to work on. That's their profits, that kind of thing. So they're going to be possibly seeing another map in the form of another game on Warzone, which is kind of interesting to see that. So, other than that, multiplayer hasn't really had a lot of leaks besides the ground war, the possibly 32v32 or 64v64 gameplay, and as well as more Warzone related content with the new Call of Duty Black Ops. So, what's your guys' opinion? What do you guys think of the name? Me personally, it's kind of a long one. Maybe they just do Call of Duty Cold War or Call of Duty Black Ops 5, whatever they decide to do. It has pretty much been confirmed it's Call of Duty Cold War or Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So we'll see how that works out, and we're gonna keep you guys in the loop for leaks and stuff like that with the days to come. We're gonna be moving here in a couple days, so I'm gonna be editing videos ahead of time and getting everything ready before everything actually happens. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have some more leaks for you coming up very soon as we're getting closer towards leak day for Call of Duty 2020. So guys, stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next couple of videos. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the videos. It helps get my channel out there a little bit more. It helps me out. We're almost at 3,000 subs, so subscribe. And please click the notification bell. A lot of people are watching but not subscribed. No, like that change, and the content is always going to be good. So see you guys in the next one. Peace out.